today, man? How y'all doing today?
We doing blessed, man. We happy to have y'all, man. First things first, man. We want to first shout out HNIC podcast, stand for whatever you want it to mean. But we want to just give out the shout out to all the
the meaning
boss.
that it stand for. You heard me? I like the meaning that it stand for. You feel me? Shit.
Give a shout out to all these bosses, especially LA, South Central, wherever, We want to give the closest meaning shout out that we can, We give people their flowers while we can give them. So we want y'all to tell us what y'all doing, where you at with this shop, man, because this is what's really important to us, businessmen.
Oh man, first off, I want to say thank y'all for having us. It's a blessing to be able to get recognized through positivity, you heard me, versus negativity or any other circumstances. So I want to thank you guys, the head niggas in charge. You know what I'm saying? That's how okay. So I hope y'all got the thank you. You heard me for the, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You heard me to give business owners, a way to express themselves in a positive way through activity, first off. And so I like to say, Grind Till We Rich started off as a song, with Young Sam in 2019. He made a song called Grind Till We Rich, and I took to it. And I feel like it was something bigger than a song. I managed them to a lifestyle versus just clothes. So outside of the music, Grind Till We Rich have been an umbrella that actually, birthed a lot of other brands and actually, carried a lot of other brands and just boosted brands and created artists and just give people a platform to neutralize themselves, And within this last year, we just got the flagship store in the middle of South Central, Florence and Western. And that's when everything actually solidified the brand and solidified what we was actually doing for the last 5-6 years, So like I said, it's been a lot of work put into it. It's not just me. It's a lot of us, conglomerate of men and women that, form their minds and ideas and monies and time and energy together to create what people see, So a lot of times I just want to say that, a lot of people see me, they hear my voice. It just know it's more, it's not, it's a team of us though. And we all do our part, you heard me? So yes, man, it's just a blessing to be able to give back to the community though. A lot of us have taken a lot out of the community, and to be able to give back, whether it's giving away turkeys, toys, or just even if it's a sweatshirt or discount something for someone, that means a lot to me to be able to do that in the area where I grew up at and actually lost a lot of loved ones and lost a lot of people in these same streets,
Yeah, that's a good point you just made, man. I want to interject on that. Giving away turkeys and all that stuff, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But I think the most valuable thing, and I know they say a game is to be bought, not taught, but I think the most valuable thing that we don't do enough is we don't give enough game to our little ones and the people that's trying to aspire and do things that we want to do. And I get it, the game is to be bought, not taught, but we got to make sure who we put planting seeds in and stuff like that. And the rest of these niggas, we could charge them. And I think sometimes we fall short of that, and I'm glad you said that. But before we get any deeper, we want you to give the I think when you cut out when you was giving the business name, you said Get Rich.
The business name is Grind Till We Rich.
Okay.
Grind Till We Rich. It's a lifestyle, and like it's built around entertainment, music, and fashion. We manage the Fanatics. We manage a host of events for the community, and that's the main objective, though, as for the label. Really, it's community first. It's each one teach one first. Even with management, with the Fanatics, it's beyond music. We make sure they well-rounded all the whole. We don't just sit here and just focus only on music. So it's about them being men, take care of their families, credit scores, business, LLCs, and we just create more here. You can come here and really learn about LLCs, Dun & Bradstreet's business credit, and they could teach you now, and I feel good knowing that my young boys can sit down and have a conversation with you about a Dun & Bradstreet number or a business credit or, getting their credit together. So making sure that they wives and girlfriends or, whoever's under their umbrellas is situated and straight business owners, and everybody have their own. And each one teach one, and good game exchange is really our motto around here. We good game exchange all day, every day. and make sure we passing it back and forth. And it's not just taking, it's taking, we giving. You know, if I got to duck off and go get some information, next time you see me, I guarantee you I'm gonna have something for you, you know? So that's how we move. So the money gonna come regardless, man. We already pretty much figured that out. But the love and the communication, like the communication though, as men is really where we gotta really just make sure we tighten up on, is that communication though. That's it. You know, and that's with just all of us as business owners, because we not out the pocket no more. You feel me? It's not money in pocket no more. That's over with. You feel me? We moved, we graduated from that. We're not on the block no more. So it's a certain level of communication that we have to have, and transparency that we have to create a corporation of successful men or women or businesses. So it's cool to be independent entrepreneurs and up and coming mom and pop stores. We have to realize when we pass that though, we passed that when we internationally trade and we distribute manufacturing and we're sending products across the world. We are not mom and pop anymore. We have to understand that. What's the difference between us and Walmart is that we're not on the stock market. You know, we're not being bought on a major. Yeah, so we providing the products to the community. You know, we have figured out international trade and, you know, getting products made overseas and getting the products down to the last, you know, pennies on a dollar. But now what's next though? You feel me? We got to get our businesses into a franchise state of mind, you know, so we can just throw a plate to any state, any city. And it's like McDonald's, man. We look up, we have over 1 billion served, and we don't even cook. We don't cook burgers. We don't even cook. We just collect.
That make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense. But for like a person that's like starting off something like that, and say they don't have fanatics or anything like that, like say you just trying to build yourself or promote yourself and you don't even have a team like that, what would someone starting off, what you think their first step would be in trying to brand and promote themselves?
The first step I would see is just take the thing that you're running from yourself from the most. Like that's your most unique and creative thing that you can find in yourself, your intellectual property. Like figure out a way to make your intellectual property, which is your thoughts, tangible. You feel me? That's what's going to cost you the least amount of money. You know, going to try to recreate somebody else's idea is going to for sure cost you a lot of money. But if you just slow down and take the ideas that you have, it's going to cost you pennies on the dollar. I guarantee you, if you get to the realistic ideas and the thoughts you have, like, oh, I can go wash this car, or I can go do this, I can go on my spare time, go cussing. Like the smallest things that you're thinking about, make it tangible and make it accessible to the people who you have access to, like basically your friends, your family, the mailman, the barber. Don't go looking at Hollywood, Instagram. You walking by your fans, you walking by your clients every day. You feel me? And that's where people go wrong. They walk past their clients looking for a client. Like the money, you just pass the money when you let all your neighbors go to work, come home, eat dinner, do everything without you talking to them about you or being a cook. And you can have their food ready before they get home because you sit in the kitchen figuring out. Like it's just certain stuff I see people do that stops them from needing people, basically. You don't need people when you max out your own ideas and resources first. That don't have nothing to do with the product.
That's a real important, you said that too, because a lot of like, I was looking up something, it was saying like how much revenue the Black people generate just in America with the low percentage we have, and it's enough to fund third world countries and stuff like that. So it's like we got all the stuff and the resources right like there. It's like we just got the blinders over our eyes and we don't see all the opportunities and how we're moving, because just like they rob us for resources and gold and all, they come and robbing us for our intellectual property, making you sign on a dotted line, and it's not what you deserve, it's not what you equal to, you know what I'm saying? And this thing perpetuates, and that's the whole reason we wanted. That's why we name it HNIC, because like we want y'all to really be the innovators and the creators, and we want y'all to control this. If y'all want a piece of the pie, you're an investor. You're not the owner. You're just merely an investor, because these people making money off of what we create.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You got to have the courage, man, to take back over what they took. And they just, I hate to say it, because me personally, I don't even care about the slave. Like, I never seen a slave.
It's a victim mentality. I agree.
Never picked cotton. I never seen my mama, none of that. So I'm just saying the mentality of the
don't be a victim.
Mentality. Yes, it's like victim mentality. You heard me? It's just we have the right to do the same thing, man. You know, we have just as much right and ability. But one thing that let me add to that. One thing that our culture does not focus on that hurts us a lot is group economics, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't put our resources together. And we're not putting our money together and putting our resources together to create something bigger. You know, it's a lot of separate entities out here versus hedge fund. Like we could create our own hedge fund as a culture, you know, with the money we spend, even with the numbers you're talking about. Like to put up $100 million, if everybody was on the same communication, wouldn't be nothing. Look at just the athletes and entertainers alone.
Yeah, alone.
You can run an account for 100 million. You feel me? So
easy.
Yeah, Obama did it. Makes billions of dollars.
How you think Obama did it?
We watched him do it.
They was on this team with the rappers, Jay-Z, Beyonce. They was throwing in bags.
Yes, man. So I mean, it's just about creating some of interest to be able to generate the same type of money where we can actually impact our communities with the gang banging and the violence. Like that money is so high up, it just skip over us. So it's going to take somebody on our level to really touch 50, 60 million to be able to say, look, man, here, LLC that up, man, and LLC that be up or whatever it is. And y'all go over here and just figure out what to do with this $2 million, man. Just don't stay over here, man. Don't go nowhere. Just stay right here.
I'm happy you said that right there because I wanted to ask you about because organization is key in my mind. If you can't organize the few people around you, if everybody's always in turmoil, arguing and whatnot, you won't be able to get to the next step. So how did you guys all organize and come together and say, this is what we're going to do? We're going to build this store, this brand, this is going to be us. How did you guys even come to that thought? And how did you guys all agree on one thing?
Well, actually, it's I want to say first, like every element kind of came in and built off of each other, you know, like with the Fanatics coming into the store, then having a Ratchet R Us having a brand, adding to the grind Til We Rich. I just feel like in the earlier stages, we was having a lot of meetings. Meetings is like the most important thing I feel like to get organized because it gives everybody a chance to give their voice and opinion on from the lowest man to the highest man. You know, nobody opinion is bigger or smaller. It just gives you a platform to say how you feel. And it's not always saying that what you say is going to be written in stone. It just gives everybody a general chance to hear what everybody's thinking. So I feel like the best part of it, you know, to answer half of that question is meetings, man. Everybody understanding that everybody communicates different, everybody works different, and everybody reacts to different things differently. So just understanding psychology, like, is so important in business as being at the owner, just having to sink in multiple people because you have to deal with multiple personalities and every day it might be different. It's a different scenario every day. So you have to balance that. So, and as far as how do we build it out and come to agreement, it's like, I don't think we ever come to agreements. You know, I think we just all figure out a way to make the best thing what works for that situation. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody have angles and you got to take a part of everybody's angle. But it's just like what makes sense for this moment right now for what we doing. You feel me? Like I think when it comes to 5, 6, 7, 8 people, it's not even about agreeing, you know. Forget who's right. Forget who's right, forget who's wrong. Like that's not it. You know, let's get the job done. You feel me? Like let's make sure we on top when we get the job done. Then that's what. Because everybody should be one. It shouldn't be, it don't matter if it's 30, 40 people, it should be one. We all one band, one sound. You feel me? That's it. That should be the motto when you moving. So, right, like that's like more for the ego. Like we don't want to feed the ego in this. We want to get the job done. You feel me? So I don't even care about even entertaining like who's right. It's more about let's get the job done because we all want. You feel me? When we at that table. So that's just the way I would like to think. And I feel like meetings and sinking in to what's best for the objective for the team versus individualizing who's right. You know, it's like we all won. So if one wrong, everybody wrong. So it don't matter who's right or wrong. We got to win. We got to come out on top. You feel me?
Absolutely. So how many meetings do you guys feel like you had before you like everyone started dropping dough? Like, what was day one like?
Like honestly, earlier, like we've been running for this, like our team, this right now for like a code this year. Let's say this year, right? So outside of these last 2 or 3 months, I feel like we was like these last 2 or 3 months been shaky. Everybody been having a lot of personal stuff going on. You know, the holidays, family. So I want to like before these last 2 or 3 months, we was having meetings like pretty much either once a week or after an event, something major happened, so we can kind of go over what happened and boom, 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 boom. So I think ideally a week, every 2 weeks. You know, that's ideally to keep updated to what's going on and
Okay,
you know
keeping
just
everybody on tabs. Yeah.
So you'll know like at the end of the week you'll have an itinerary. You'll know okay who did what. Is you don't even got to point a finger because you know at that meeting on Monday what you said you was gonna do. By Friday, you know if it's done or not. So you point the finger at yourself when you say you're gonna do something and don't do it with a team. That's the difference. You don't have to argue. You don't have to say, oh, well, I said I was gonna do this. If you say in the meeting, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna shoot 10 shots every day, free throws. Okay. After you do that, write it down and we done. That's how we gonna know. At the end of the week, if you see blank spaces on the board, you know that you didn't shoot the shots. We don't gotta talk about it.
No
Go to the gym. You don't even get to sit in this meeting. Go to the gym. Go shoot your shots. That's how it is. It's like, and it's always you always. I just always feel like what's most important is just giving everybody room to grow within the system. That's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with everybody have to grow within the system. You got to give people a chance to grow within the system. You feel me? It's different when you're dealing with different minds and different ways, personal stuff, business. You balancing a lot. So everybody has to grow inside of the system for it to max out and be the best it could be.
Okay. That's important you said that too, because the main message I'm getting from you, what you're saying is like, and a team is very important. A lot of time people that's trying to start a business and do things like, you know, they scared to outsource because they think they got to do everything and be everywhere and do everything. But some people might be able to do stuff better than you, and some people ain't really doing shit anyways. You need to give these niggas a job sometimes. Somebody got to be the head of the snake and say, hey, you can do this, I can do that, we can do it. Right. And if it comes together, that's a magic that happens right there. Facts, that's man. The exact magic, man. And it sounds like that's exactly what y'all doing. So, and it's not always going to be about who's right and who's wrong. It's going to be about what's best for all of us. Yeah. How can we all get ahead? How can we make sure all our kids is fed? How can we make, and I think that's like a important nail to hit on the head about like, especially Black business, like, cause we got a lot of division, man. And that's the whole intention now what we even name it HNIC. Like we trying to get this division going and we trying to like really build. But back into the store, man. So when y'all started,
before we get back to the store, let me just ask something because this is only my person.
We want to hear it.
I'm gonna just feel like say it's a pet peeve. I don't want it to be too. First off, I feel like personally the comes in us being labeled as owners. Okay. See, me personally, I don't refer to myself as a Black business owner because I'm just a great business owner. I do competitive business. I have a competitive product. We have a competitive product. We have prime real estate. We spent the money to make sure, you know, for the clients to experience what we shot for them, the same as any other. You know, so I've never heard a white business owner. I've never heard of a business owner. So when I got into business, you know, I looked at the people who was on top. I looked at the Fortune 500 companies, and I took plays and know that if I'm running the same script, I worked at McDonald's before, so I know that the ketchup pack costs more than the meat. You feel me? You can't tell me that. You can't tell me a burger that make it look like it's worth something that I know don't cost more than the ketchup packages or the syrup packages. You feel me? So it's all about presentation. So back to the bottom line, fam, is like if we want to erase that division physically, first we got to erase it in our minds. You feel me? We got to stop separating ourselves, making everything that's we a part of be Black, which is negative, which is down, it's not up. Everything is Black, have to be an extra subtitle like a stepchild. You feel me? Like I'm a business owner, I gotta be a stepchild business owner. You could point me out in all the people just by saying he's a Black business owner. Like, why can't I stand next to Donald Trump and we just both business owners. They
you
not
just
gonna
woke
say,
me up. You just
so
woke me up.
yeah. So it's like off the top, I personally, off our first thing, like just off of our introduction, not you and me, but when I do this in person, it's like offensive to me. Somebody walk up to me and be like, "Oh, this my boy, he's a black business owner." Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, how do you see me? Why I can't be Donald Trump? If I was Donald Trump, you would. He's not a white business owner. You feel me? That would make his business lesser than just being a business owner if you put the title before.
That coincides with the victim mentality. That's like some what you call it? What that shit is when they was hiring black people and shit. Affirmative action, like with business. It's like
exactly. So I'm saying for you as media, bro, the propaganda is so fine line of these words that we got to reprogram our business owners to understand, man. You're fortunate. You're one click away from being next to Donald Trump, bro. You feel me? You one click away. So the more we say black business, it puts us in a category that's lesser than whoever.
I get it.
I don't want to be lesser than.
Subject in itself.
Ain't working. Yes, so I feel like it starts within our mind, the way we program ourselves to understand we doing big business, man. We're not doing little business. We're not doing mom and pop business. So let's not be black business owners. Let's just be great business. Let's just be business owners, bro. It's regular.
Matters. People take not more as much as everybody else.
Because even back in like the 60s and the 70s and whatnot, we went from Negroes to Afro-Americans to African-American to black. And it's like we don't really know what to call ourselves because we don't got like that country to be like, okay, we're a Chinese business owner, a Russian business owner, X, Y, and Z. So a black is just like it's a color. You could possess it and own it. So that's why they threw black on us. And we don't really know better, like right from wrong. We don't know what we used to call ourselves when we was in huts and teepees.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So it's like, that's a beautiful note you touched on right there. That's a large conversation that people been trying to have, but we don't know exactly how to tap on that conversation. Like I struggle with that when people say, "Oh, he's African American, he's black." Which box do you bubble in when you taking that? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really have a box for us.
Not to cut you off, fam, but if you're really having a problem with that, like in your heart and body and soul, I am who I am. You heard me? Just that's like that. I am who I am.
That's now, from the Bible.
If nigga want to dig deeper than that, nigga, come on. I'm over here with it. I don't owe you no explanation, my nigga. I am who I am, bro. And that's whoever want to hear it. That's just me, though. So I'm going to get that to y'all. Y'all don't nobody no explanation about where you come from and where your great and all that. Like, man, fuck all that, man. I don't got time for all that, man. I want my kids to know that where their daddy came from. You heard me? I can tell you where my mama and her mama came from. You heard me? Let's go, man. All that, man. Like, come on, man. That's just all distractions to keep off of our square. Looking at this and looking at that. All this, like, come on, man. It ain't hard to find out where you the fuck your mom and grandma body down and got knocked down. All that shit is not difficult. Go ask the nigga around the corner at the store. He probably know your uncle. He gonna tell you right here. It's simple, man.
Simple. Hey, that's true. A lot of them racist motherfuckers are still alive. That's true. Very true. Right, come on. I don't want to get too far into that segue right there. Let's jump back on the business. Let me ask you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. It's cool, bro.
Okay, yeah. Let me ask you, when did the business actually start to grow? So we got into how it started, how we brought everybody together. Now, how did it start to grow when you started to seeing like some traction?
And you mean before we physically opened the store up, or just in general?
From the beginning, how you find the spot, how you all that. So like you go on retail.com for all the people that don't know.
All right, so like I say, the brand started as a music. We had Trapfornia at first, switched over to Til We Rich. I always wanted to be a record label, and we start off as management, and as the time went, we just started doing more things. So as time went on, you know, I've been the model for the brand, just wearing the clothes shit every day. That was my motto, like fresh shoes. Fresh, you feel me? Til We Rich outfit. You feel me? Go press up something. Every day I start realizing people ask me where you get that from. I just made it my motto. Like, okay, as long as I sell one outfit a day, you feel me? Like I'm good. So I'm selling hoodies straight out the trunk. So a nigga order it. I'm downtown. Press that up. That was my flip. Fast forward, you heard me. My cousin 211 got a store to level up. You feel me? Before it was even called the Level Up. You feel me? There wasn't even no name to the store. Just we got the store. Come pull up. Let's get this shit going. You feel me? We put the Grind Til We Rich in the store. That shit blew up. We ended up having a visionary line. I peeled out of there. End up finding my store that I'm at right now. So then the Level Up end up, boom, he changed it over to visionary, different type of clothes. And I peeled the brand off and came over here to LA, open and found the Grind Til We Rich store. And then we had the first flagship store. You feel me? So outside of the music, like the clothes really pushed it out there because people fuck with the brand, they name. So with me just getting the clothes out there, just piece for piece, selling the merch and spreading out.
Uh-oh.
You cut out.
Your sound cut out for a minute. Here, let me mute it and then unmute it.
Me now?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, so you know, I've seen most brands where they, you know, they pay people to wear their clothes and certain things of that nature. I just never wanted to go that route. I wanted to keep the organicness to the brand to where, you know, pretty much up to date. I know pretty much every person that wore the clothes because we didn't pretty much manufacture all the clothes outside of like the last like 6 months when we went overseas. Of course, they got in my hands, but up until then, like every person that wore these clothes from here to Vegas, New York, Miami, I knew them personally because I'm the one pressing the clothes up. I didn't want to manufacture because I wanted to really like eyeball the work. Every sweatshirt, I'm the one put the Grind Til We Rich on here. You feel me? Like I know everyone hand for hand. Like I'm talking about niggas really watching this shit. Like, damn, B, you the one dude? Yeah, man. Hold on, man. Like I'm everyone. You feel me? Like all that.
That's major.
So,
that's
that
major.
That was my high with this shit from the beginning. Was like watching a piece of material go from LA and shoot somewhere, like whether they bought it in the city or I mailed it to them and then they posted. I'm like, oh, we really out. You know what I mean?
So
like,
you actually doing the mailing and doing all that?
Yeah, at one point in time,
That's
I was doing
amazing.
everything. You feel me? Like, so it was a different type of connection with the brand. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Just like so hands on. So when we got to the store part of it, everything blew. I ain't gonna lie, like the Fanatics really brought a big play to the store. You feel what I'm saying? Because they brought a different type of store. We was opened up, we was doing our thing, and then when they came, it's like I feel like the city really embraced that joint venture. You feel me? Like it was just like a big ass joint venture, and since that was like March, like I feel like we kicked it off in April, but around March, February, like March, April, we did it just like everything turned up. We got the store in October. We opened up October 10th. So we was booming. But just social wise and energy wise, I feel like by that March, we was out of here. You feel me? It's out of here. You heard me? Like we out of here.
Has y'all basically doing like the same shit like how Nipsey Hussle moved and all like that? Like
listen, man, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, man. Like
y'all doing the same thing.
He gave it to us, man. Like personal conversations with him, man, getting a real understanding of what it's supposed to do. I really talked to him personally, so it wasn't just by watching him and not being from the same city. I've been there. I spent money with him. We sat down and talked. I seen his formula. You feel me? I know people around him, so I know what the objective was when I got here. So we got four spots in here right now. You know, we got the store, clothing store with a recording studio. We have a lounge next door. We have a beauty supply and beauty salon next door on this side. And then down the way, we have a print shop. So we like 3 more doors. It's like two more doors, you feel me? And then we got a phone shop, which is my mentor. He with us. So we pretty much got 5 doors in this lot out of 7. You heard me? And we on our way to purchase. Yeah, we on our way to purchase though. That's the objective. We watched it, so now it's just like shit. Let's finish this. Let's finish the marathon, man. Right, and still be alive to see it though. You heard me? And God willing.
Y'all gonna do it. Ain't God willing, you doing it already. It's just a matter of time.
Finish though, man. We gotta finish though. You heard me? Like finish is it. It's like we can start, but we have to finish, bro. It's not about just starting and getting almost there, man. Like that's not it, bro. Like, gotta finish the journey, man. So we can see this complete product, see the ownership, see the deed, see the extra building on top, see everything that we know that we supposed to have. Like, that's it. Finish.
Absolutely. That's a good point you just made. So that makes me want to ask you about advertisement, especially since you guys want to end up buying the entire lot. You guys already got all this traffic coming to this location. So how did you guys advertise versus when you started versus now?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I pretty much didn't pimp myself out on this internet, man. My first 5 months. I got like, I'm talking about, man. I put this shit. I was in niggas' faces with this camera, bro. Everybody walked up to the store, in the store, bought some. I made them somebody. I made them make me somebody. You know, I made sure everybody felt like a star, man. You feel me? Like, that was my play. Like, when my first people that come in here, bro, you gonna feel this energy for real, for real. You gonna feel it, and I made sure it was real. You feel me? So that carried us over for a whole year, man. Like, I did that for half the year, and the other really half, the fanatic carried the rest. You feel me? Like, that was kind of it, and we right here now. Like, it carried all the way to like 3 million views, 1 million listeners. Like, that shit was. We did numbers. Just, you feel me? Like, not even done music, merch. And it really burnt us out. Shit, we was exhausted. Like, everybody tired right now. You heard me? So,
yeah, work pays off.
Yeah, so now it's like we did enough. We still got videos. We got shit. Like, we got so much work right now that's not even dry. We got 2 or 3 albums, 4 albums done. Man, we got designs done. We got stores just now opening. Another store we got to finish opening. Killer and his wife, they just opened some. We got, like, the year we've been so caught up in it. I don't even think we sat back to even take notes for what's been going on. You feel me? We got business, cousin got business. We got business all up in here. Like, we got a lot going. We got trucks and all kind of other business. It's not just right here. We got a lot. You heard me? So this year been a blessing. Sure.
You can't celebrate while you're still in the game. You know, you gotta keep playing.
I don't know, man.
W for real.
You gotta find a way, man. You can't just end the game and because another game gonna start right after. We don't celebrate after the game, because soon as that shit over, nigga, we over here doing something. It just don't never stop, man. So
I hear you.
We gonna figure it out though. You heard me.
You gotta stop and smell the roses every now and again, but you busy.
And just enjoy this shit, because, like I say, it's always something else to do, man. Always, man. Yeah.
For the new beginners and stuff like that, if they wanted to like start a business and stuff like that, they want to do their taxes, what would you recommend starting off like with a small, you know, you mentioned your mom and pop store, like say they just want to sell clothes on a small level and stuff, and they find a space. What would you suggest they start their business? LLC, small proprietor? What would you think? I mean, sole proprietor?
Man, I don't even gonna lie to you. That type of shit, a nigga would have to sit down, my nigga, and throw it. See, that the stuff what you talking about, that's when it start getting into the game to be sold, not told. Cause it's like, cause I got to consult with you to answer that question. I can't just
because it depends on what you're getting into and everything.
Yeah, you might want to hide $1 million or $2 million in this little mom and pop bullshit ass store. I don't know what you got going on. I can't give you the wrong advice on live, man. Come sit down. You heard me? Like, that's a deep question, because you start somebody off on the wrong path.
And they're just gonna do it, and that's not a formula. It's not a formula. I talked to this other dude, and he was telling me some LLC is cool for some people, but if you can't pay that annual fee, you know what I'm saying, it might hurt you.
$800, you can't listen.
It might hurt you.
Listen, brother, listen. Disregard that, man. Okay? We're not getting into business to lose. We get into business to win, okay?
I talk to her.
A fee is a fee. It ain't nothing to talk about, man. If you can't pay the fee, just stay home. They got $220 reserved for each one of you niggas, man, right now. You heard me? You ain't gotta do nothing for that $220.
When you break the fee, what is it, like $65 a month or some shit like that?
Man, listen, it ain't enough to think about it, man. Listen, man, nigga, cash in hands, man. We in business. We ain't doing this shit to lose, man. We doing this shit to win.
I can dig it. That's the advice we looking for too, man. That's the shit that people looking for. That's the inspiration they missing, man. Because a lot of doubt that come into a motherfucker mind every single day. And it's you brought up the whole propaganda and victim mentality shit. Like that's the shit that we be fed. Like a lot of times you be like, I got all these ambitions. Why do I have all these negative thoughts? And it's like that's what we fed. That's literally we fed. And we got to build the knowledge to be like, you know what? That's bullshit. I'm in control. I'm steering the motherfucking wheel right here. I'm gonna decide what the fuck I want to do. So my question is you, like when that negativity and all that shit sit in, what do you do to come up out of that? What do you do to motivate yourself? What do you do to expel negative thoughts and shit like that?
Don't sit in, you heard me? Don't let it sit in. I got a box in my head that I put bullshit in, and I got a lot of people around me that deal with bullshit. So I ain't got time to deal with it. It's just I got too much great business going on. Negativity is, nah, you got, and it's the people you around though too. That's important. The people you around. It's what they feeding you. You feel me? You got to know what's around you. You feel me? So I like to stay around businessmen, positive people, family-oriented people that not talking about getting up and hey, over here on me or this nigga over here. No, I don't have no time for that. You heard me? So the first thing is I don't let negativity sink in. That's the first thing I don't do. And the second thing is keep something on you just in case it go wrong. My nigga, you heard me? Shit, I don't know. You feel me? Shit. Stay prayed up, man, because it's all in your mind, bro.
It's really it, man. That's where the biggest battle is to me. Is in most people, a lot of times people is very talented and smart and know what they, and this is like they go through that battle in their mind and then they just end up falling to the bullshit. They fall into their vices. They smoke too much, drink too much, whatever the case they doing. They fall to that because it's like they don't got people like y'all telling them like, nah, you can do this. Like, nah, man, like all that, man. They don't have people telling them
the person who says they can do something and the person who says they can't do something are both right, because you're gonna believe whatever you tell yourself. So if you say I can do this, you're gonna do it. But if you say I can't do this, you're gonna go sit your ass down somewhere. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna bust my ass. You know what I'm saying? So both sides is right.
But the whole point of that is though, is like if somebody wasn't introduced to the can part and only been introduced to the can part as far as a culture, how do we pull them out of it? And he mentioned black mentality. I don't even like being called black business owner. How do we pull ourselves out of that? And that's my whole point. That's what I'm trying to get. And I like to tap into people like you because it's like you found a way to pull yourself out of it. You found a way at least to be on the path to go to and establish what you want to do. And we want people to understand that we get shit, and these paths are we making them? You know, it's not we born and this what we got to do, and then and it's not enough people to tell, and that's the whole main point. Is like we trying to pull ourselves out of this victim mentality. We trying to pull ourselves out of this lane that we didn't even set for ourselves. So what do you think will be the answer to pull ourselves out of this shit?
4-letter word, man. Read.
There you go.
Ooh, that was
simple.
A good one.
You gotta read what they reading.
Yeah,
they tell you the books to read. You gotta read them. It's right there, man. It's right there, man. It's not. You gotta read, man.
Okay.
That's another.
Especially with the internet. It's fast course now. You don't even need to read the whole books. You can read all the bullet points and understand it if you really like.
You turn
me,
I
can bottom line something and understand it. So it's just about reading, man. You gotta read, bro. Read. I'm gonna say it. Read, bro. Read. If you don't read, you're gonna always be listening to what somebody's telling you, and you're gonna believe it too.
That's the main message then. Self-educate. Read, understand. Sometimes everybody ain't gonna always teach you something.
Let's jump into the speed round, Vic. What you got?
Yeah, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We appreciate you coming. We don't want to do you too long. We're gonna do the speed round. Go ahead, shoot your first one. It's just gonna be quick, real fun one.
Yeah, I got a couple right here, real quick. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? What you got?
Cardi B.
Cardi, all right. Couple going that direction already. All right, Lil Baby or Da Baby?
Lil Baby.
Easy, huh?
Hell yeah. Shit, he ain't showing no straddling the line. Hey, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna just say this. That little gay phrase, that reference he said, my nigga, it never settled with me, man. You heard me? I don't understand what would make you say that. Why would you say that, big dog? You a real nigga out here killing shit, dog. What would make you say that out your grown man mouth? And that's it, dog. I'm done with that. That's it, my nigga.
You said out your grown man mouth, nigga.
Yeah.
All right, shit. Let's keep this speed round going right quick. Kendrick or J. Cole?
Kendrick, man. Sorry, love. You heard me? K-Dot, man. You feel me?
I heard it. All right, what about Biggie or Tupac?
Pac, man. Come on, big dog. I'm really a West Side.
West Side connection. Yes, sir. All right. This last one should be easy too then. Wu-Tang or NWA?
Oh, shit, dog.
Yeah, them some big ass grooves.
Bomb Atomic League, Socrates philosophies. I have to go with NWA, my nigga.
You said what?
NWA, man. I can't leave home.
West Side Connections.
I can't do it. Yeah. It's too relatable for me.
All right, with this last one, we're gonna go top 5 movies of all time. You can pick anything you want. This one probably the hardest question we gave you the whole interview. Top 5 movies
I'm gonna say
of all time.
for me, it's gonna be like, damn, what the fuck? It's gonna be like, it's gonna be Glow.
Okay.
It's gonna be Friday.
Hood Classic.
Goodfellas.
Hood Classic.
And it's gonna be Casino.
Okay.
And it's gonna be one with my nigga. And it's gonna be probably what's the one with the nigga always drive the Audi?
Audi.
Yeah, not the nigga that always got the Transporter. It's gonna be the Transporter.
Oh, okay. Well,
Rich would be all his movies. Hey, literally number 5 is all his movies, my nigga. Fuck that.
I feel that one. Yeah, that was a good one. I watched that one still today. I'll put that one on repeat.
Yeah, I'll say those 5. And I probably and then I need the honorary too is Minister Society of Boys in the Hood.
Chop, get out of here, bro.
I'm Minister Fanatics, bro. All right? People of interest, Minister Fanatics, my nigga, for the record, okay? Shout out to the Fanatics, okay? All right?
I hear
don't you drop that thunder either, my nigga, all right? Goddamn, right here. You feel me?
He said, chop that part out. You hear it back there? You know?
You already know what it is, man. 6 men in the city, get with me. You heard me. Love is love, man. VVSOG on Instagram. VVSOG live in ham in the flesh. You heard me. Pull up that 722-5. You bitch you Southwestern Avenue on Forest and Western, nigga. Leave the fear at home, because I know you niggas is scared to pull up, man, at the real spot, man, all right? Leave it at home, all right? Then leave your skirts at home, my nigga, because listen, man. Let me just make a PSA real quick. And you can put this out there. Ain't nobody looking for you niggas that ain't never did nothing, man, all right? It's all
that's
love,
real.
nigga. All right?
You ain't gotta be scared. You can pull on up.
Pull
Nobody's
up, man.
searching for you. You got no trouble on your backside.
Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on. So yeah, it's all love, man. Yes, man. It's all love. Hey, look, and y'all can hit me at grindtilwerich@gmail. And to the people who see this interview, man, listen, man, this shit ain't free. Heard me. Everything was free is on the interview, okay? So if you hit me off the interview, don't hit me off the interview. Say I heard you on the interview, my nigga. That nigga be pay ready. Pay me ready, nigga. Pay me ready. You heard?
$100.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you right. You hear?
That's all I'm saying, y'all. All right. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we appreciate y'all for coming through, man. It's all love. I hope we get you guys to come back for a second interview. But until next time, HNIC podcast, we out.
You heard me.